Hi everyone, my name is Sam Odolbak. I'm a DaVinci Resolve certified trainer, and today I just want to show us a simple way to grade your footage. Now, Film Editing Plus, it's all about breaking down complicated process. So with this tutorial, I want to show you a very simplified way of grading a footage without going through 1,000 steps. Just in 3-4 steps and you bring life to your footage. So just follow me as I take you through this process. So let's say we are done editing and this is our footage here, right? This footage was shot in the Sony camera and on S-Log, I think X-Log 2 if I'm not mistaken. So what happened here is DaVinci used nodes. So you've got one node here already. I think we're going to work with just 4 nodes. Remember I said I just want to make this very simple, nothing complicated, but just to show you how to bring color into your footage for quick job delivery. So here I'm going to create 4 different nodes. So I can come here, right click, and I go to add node, and I add serial node. That's one. I do that again, 2, or a shortcut way which I can do this, it's to click option S, 1, 2, 3, making it 4. Okay, so I've got 4 nodes here. Now I'm going to name my nodes. Okay, I come here to node label. This one will be my WB, which is for white balance, right? This one I'm gonna say my saturation, right? And this one I'm gonna give it my CST, color space transform. I'm gonna explain this for you, and then this is gonna be my look, right? Okay, so with these 4 nodes I can do a very quick simplified grade here in just in 1 minute. So the first thing now, I'm going to start with my CST, my color space transform, right? So what color space transform does, it moves your footage from being flat and brings it into the RGB format. Okay, so you come here to the effects panel here, and then you type color space transform. It comes off color space transform. You drag it into your node. There you go. And then this page opens here. Input color space. Like I said, this was shot in with a Sony camera, and the input color space, if I still remember, was S gamut, right? So Sony S gamut. Immediately I put it there, you see what happens, right? And then I come here to my input gamma. I click my input gamma and I take it to S-Log. S-Log. Now DaVinci has different settings here for different camera, red, Irie, Blackmagic, or whatever, just to make things easy. And I come here to S-Log. Once I click it, this is what happens. You see, I've brought back the color, the contrast is there, it's looking good. Now my output color space. Now I don't set it here because I've already done my setting on my project. If I'm gonna show you that here at color management, I already the timeline color space, I gave it rec 709A. Output color space, same as timeline, my color signs DaVinci YRGB. Okay, so if I didn't set it up properly here, I might as well input it here, but since I've done it there, it's not necessary here. So with this, automatically now it's been converted from log footage into an RGB color space, right? So that is done there. I go out of there, and then I come here to my white balance, right? White balance is very important. I want white to look like white. So here, before I do that, I'm going to come here, display qualifier focus, right? Here is on vector scope. This line you see here is my skin tone line, which means whatever I do, my skin tone has to be on this line, right? So for me to do a proper white balance, DaVinci has made it very easy. This icon here, ink drop pen, is for white balance. So when I click it, it comes with me, and I look for the area in my footage which is white. I just click that and automatically DaVinci does my white balance for me. And this table which we have here is white. So I'm going to click on this table. You can see the figures here. Red is 244, green is 252, blue is 250, which means there's a little bit of imbalance. So when I Once I click it, now you see my footage changes a little bit, right? And then when I come, for us to see and be sure if white looks like white, when I click it again and I bring it here, now look at the figure. Red is 250, green is 250, blue is 250. What does that mean? My white balance has been set properly. See, like I said, DaVinci make things very easy for us. So you see now my white looks white on my footage. And once your white balance has been set properly, it automatically means that your skin tone will be correct. Okay, so you can see my footage looking good. If I change this from vector to waveform, okay, so you can see my with parade here, they're a little bit faint, right? So I can just decide to play with my lift. The lift here is your shadow. I can decide to add a little bit of shadow. Now you see with this, now I'm crushing my shadow. You don't want to crush, so I'm just going to lift it up a little bit, just to a reasonable extent. I put it here. At times your eyes can be deceptive, so you also use your scope here to read properly. And then I see if I can do a little bit of stuff with my gain here, which is the highlight. So your lift is your shadow, your gamma is your midpoint, and your gain is your highlight. And offset affects everything totally. So I think I'm having a little bit of blowout here, so I'm just going to take my gain down a little bit, and then maybe my midtone a little bit. So I've got that. Okay, I've got that. And then I come here to sat, which is my saturation. So it's an option here, what you want. Do you want it to look very saturated or desaturated? So when I come here to sat, I can do this and it looks weird desaturated, and I come here and it looks oversaturated. But if you want to take it back to the default, you just double click here and it goes back to 50, its original value. And then you just want to lift it up a little bit, maybe by the value of 10. You know, you don't want it to look too saturated. You know, maybe I want to bring it down a little bit. 57, you know, depends. If you want to give it a commercial look or a movie look, whatever you want, it's your choice. Okay, so that's it, saturation done. And then here is the look. Now if you don't like this look, maybe you want to create something, you want to get creative, that's optional to you. You can even decide to put a lot on your footage, right? How do you put a lot? You come here, you click lots here, and then you've got option. I also imported lots into my stuff. So if I come here, free lots, now look at what happens when I hover around it. You see it shows me what it's going to look like with my lots. Okay, so the choice is yours. You decide. This is a teal and orange. The choice is yours. You decide, okay, the kind of look you want to go for. And you can also control the strength. So let's say we want to use the teal and orange look, right? So if I click the teal and orange look, if I double click it, automatically it's been applied here, right? So that's a look. I can decide to reduce it a little bit. I don't want it to be too strong. Then I come here, I click it, come here to key outputs, and I reduce it. Now you see what is happening. If I increase it, decrease it. So its original value is 1.0. So I can just put it on. I don't want it to be strong, maybe 0.4, maybe 0.4, yeah. So if I put it off, you see it's slightly. It's just a little thing. You don't do much. The little thing is what changes the whole thing. So you see, so if I deactivate all the nodes, everything is deactivated. This is the original state of the footage, and this is it with a simple grade. Very simple, fast and easy. With this you can deliver your job fast. I just decided to do this quick grading because I have people asking questions. Oh, please show us how to grade in an easy form. And even my students, when I train them, they also want to know how to grade. So I just decided to do this quick an easy grading process, you know, for you guys out there. So please tell me if it was informative, if it helped you, if you would want me to do more grading tutorials also in order to help your edit workflow. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Sam Udobag from Film Editing Plus, where editing is made easy.